Starbucks. I'm landing there now. It's like full circle has happened.
Yeah, I've noticed it.
Well, honestly, I didn't want to go back to Starbucks. But what happened is I went to Dash in the afternoon to do my freelance design because Bohemia closes at 2. Went to Dash, and it was cold. And I noticed that my toes were feeling frostbite.
So you changed locations for the temperature of your toes?
Yes, I decided I'm going to go find me a Starbucks nearby, and I went to that one on, what is it, 1st and 32nd or something like that. 1st and something.
Oh, the one that's like closer downtown, right?
No,
Pretty
the
cool
newer,
place.
Yeah, the newer one.
Yeah.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Welcome to the Groove Life Podcast with Shane and Micah Lunsford.
Estamos contentos de que estés aquí. Siéntate, relájate y disfruta el show.
I just want to know what makes you groove.
A nice light roast coffee, first thing in the morning.
I mean, really, I just like tacos. Anything tacos. You can even put lasagna in a fucking taco. I wouldn't care. Mike, I did not say that.
Come on, Dad. I was sitting right next to you.
You would never even...
I
2
heard
days ago.
I heard you.
If it was windy, it would be really cold.
Wendy's?
If you were at Wendy's,
It would be really
it would
cold.
be. No, I said windy, Micah.
I know. I thought we were still on the Starbucks train, and so I was like, wait, you're not Starbucks anymore. You're going to Wendy's?
Nope, that would be really bad.
Because honestly, it is kind of a downfall that you did choose to go to Starbucks, not going to lie. But we don't have to talk about that
Well,
right
we usually
now.
don't connect the cold open with the next open.
Well, this is our podcast.
Well,
can do
usually
whatever
we
want.
record it weeks in advance, and I just
Right.
wear the same clothes.
Right.
But no, it's just colder than fuck out there.
Yeah.
But
And if it was Wendy's.
if
it'd
we were at
be
Wendy's, though, it'd be a frosty.
freezing.
See what I
it
did
would
there?
be a frost.
Yeah.
See?
It
all
was
connects.
it was a good thing. It all worked
all
out.
connects.
I feel like this thing's like just stretching. What if like when I talk to you, I was like this?
Because this is your neck.
Well, it feels like it's trying really hard.
Is it normally closer to you?
I don't know. It's good. It's fine.
Oh, that's good.
Don't make fun of it. It's
I'm not. I'm
it's
just-
insecure now.
I'm analyzing why you feel like it's different than normal.
Well, anyway, it's good to be back
Yeah.
after a long week.
Yeah.
It wasn't really that long, but
But kind of a fun week because we released our first video pod.
we did.
And it was fun to watch people's reactions to it.
People seem to dig it, and it's just going to get gooder and gooder as we go. You know, we got to find our flavor.
It's going to get gooder.
Yeah, gooder. Don't you think?
I mean, I wouldn't say it's not going to get gooder, but that's not the word that I would choose.
I know. I was just trying to be groovy and funny.
Yeah.
But no, I'm really excited to be on camera. I had to actually think about what I wore tonight, and I decided I'm going to go with the black T-shirt.
And you don't always have to.
Oh, you just
You
rewound
don't-
it.
Yeah, I was rewinding myself. You don't only have to think about your top now. You have to think about your pants and your shoes too.
Yep.
Because our photos that we used to take
Head, shoulders, knees, and
were-
toes.
were torsos only.
Yes. Oh, the pictures. Yeah.
Yeah. And now through this lovely thing we call video,
Yeah.
you can see our legs. You can see
Can you
our
guys
feet.
wave if you can see my jeans?
Yeah.
Maybe they can't, you know?
Can you notice the hole that I got in these jeans that I love so much just before we left the house?
They're in those jeans?
Yeah. It's right on my knee. I had bent down to get something and then it just.
People pay extra money for that sometimes.
Not in these ones though.
No.
And they don't really make these
It's a
ones
bummer.
anymore.
Mine always just tear out in the crotch.
Too much information.
Yeah, it is a little bit of.
Well, we got a guest. Let's bring that guest on, okay?
All right, let's do it.
Please welcome Katie Hallman.
Hi! Wow!
Wow, she's here.
Wow, I just got here.
I know. And man, are my arms tired.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we always have good jokes on this podcast.
Why are your arms tired?
Because
'Cause she just
flew
got
in.
here.
I just flew in, and man, am I
Now it makes too much sense. How you doing, Katie?
Can people see my socks? I immediately took off my shoes.
Did
I
you?
arrived. I said,
No.
"Hello, my name is Katie. May I remove my shoes?"
I think that's great.
Did you give her permission?
She didn't need permission, but she did ask.
Because if she would have asked me, I would have said, only if you take your socks off as well.
Really?
Ooh,
I'm just kidding. Don't do it.
I don't want to
wouldn't
see
be
her,
ready.
her
No.
toes.
No, 'cause
Actually,
then
I don't care.
You'll get
fine.
frostbite toes.
She's not going to put them up here.
no.
That would be
I just
kinda funny.
Like I'm gonna sit weird ways. I've got like hip things. I'm always just kind of moving.
Yeah, if you have hip things, you
Feel
probably should take off the shoes.
home.
You're just kind of wiggling. But thank you guys so much for having me.
Yeah.
I'm so excited to be here. I think this is the best way to get to know new friends.
It is, and we are now friends.
Yeah, totally.
It's weird. My wife actually said to me, I think it was months ago, you need to have TCR on. The whole
Thank
theater.
you. Yeah, you need
But
to
I was like,
have
we don't
the
have that many mics.
The entity of. Like,
So-
what is that? I like
But
it.
honestly,
I like it.
I didn't know who was running the whole show at the time because, I mean, back in the day, it was Casey. That was a long time ago.
Yeah, I've been there since, I've been the executive director since 2017. It'll be
Oh, wow.
8 years in March.
Wow.
Pre-COVID.
Also, I think it's illegal that 2017 was 8 years ago. Like, I don't think that's legitimate.
really?
8 years.
Shit.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
So
mean-
COVID was 7 years ago.
5 years ago.
5 years
Wait.
ago.
COVID was 2019 into 20, right?
Yeah.
20. It started
Yeah.
March 20. Yeah.
I mean, if you talk about when the virus actually started.
It was in 19.
Yeah.
It was like December.
It absolutely was.
Yeah. What were
Yeah,
you
but-
saying?
No, I was going to say 2017, you started being the executive director.
Yes.
So that would have been like just a couple of years after I stopped doing TCR stuff. So that's probably why we
That's when you
never
retired
actually met. Yeah.
from your acting career.
You
Yeah.
turned it over.
Retired.
You said, it's
Enough's
time
enough.
for somebody else to get a try.
At the ripe
Yeah.
age of 17,
I get it.
retired
I
my,
get it.
my acting career.
But you've talked about it since,
Oh
about
my
doing
gosh,
it again.
I would love to. I would
Yeah.
love to.
You must.
Eventually. It'll happen.
We might know somebody who works there. Yeah.
But I blissfully am not involved with auditions. I'm so separate from that part. I
Right.
was on stage at TCR. I was a camper when I was in 5th grade, and then I was Sandy in Grease.
Oh my gosh.
And Elizabeth was Cha Cha. That's when we met.
Okay, that was Grease, earlier version of
yeah,
Grease.
it was the second time that we did it. So it was 2005.
Yeah.
So it's been fun to come back. I made a big loop. I was raised in the area, but then I was gone until 2017.
So have you not performed at TCR for a while, or has it been?
No, I haven't. Nope, not since I was on stage in 2005.
Too
and
busy.
I won't. That's
Yeah.
kind of like,
Yeah.
that's not going to be what I do. I've been on stage. I did audition and I didn't get cast, which I think is important for the people to know. Because, like, listen,
Just because you run the place doesn't mean that.
I'm saying, like, they just don't care about their jobs is
Yeah.
the deal.
I fired the whole. Everyone that was part of that
I
show.
didn't get cast and I was so heartbroken.
Really?
Oh my God. I don't even know like what it was about. And Angie, our artistic director, Angie Tombson, who's just amazing. I was like, I have to like go for I am a mess. And she's like, yeah, this is really hard.
It is hard.
But it's good. Like I don't want to be on stage, and that I don't think is the right place for me. And also
Yeah.
then I did a show at Mirror Box, which is my husband Caven's, the theater he founded.
Right. Yeah.
And I was like, oh, thank goodness I was not in a show at TCR, because it's like
Now I know who your husband is.
Yeah.
I had to click the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's great. And
I don't really like him, but
well,
to each their own, right?
don't tell Dad. I won't tell him. But
Oh, too much? No.
not
Okay.
the
Yeah.
time.
I mean,
Not the time.
I'm sure he's
Not the
fine.
I think I like him. I think give him another try.
Okay.
But
I'm coming. I feel like I'm coming around.
being in a show at Mirror Box, I was like, oh no. Like I couldn't turn off the work brain. Like you can't stop representing what you represent.
And
right?
you overanalyze the other theater too, just because it's different here and.
Well, mostly people just come to me. Like, I think I'm just kind of I think I'm an in charge person.
Yeah.
And so there was a moment when I was in Die Hard last year, and it was like, I had to be like, y'all, don't ask me things. Like, this isn't my theater. I know I'm married to Caven. I don't know what he's thinking either. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to be in charge. And so it's like, there would be a thing where it's just like, no, you just got to like, that's a big part of kind of how I exist in the world right now, is just separating, giving space to different things.
Yeah.
Maybe you should have wore a disguise.
Yeah, I think that'd go great. I bet everyone would fall for it.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
And
They'd be like, "Have we met?"
I just be like, no, tell me your secrets.
Exactly.
What
I'm
do I
from
wanna
out of
know?
town. That's
I don't know. Like, what's the deal? What's
So-
the deal?
Try it out next time.
What's the
Report back. Let us know how it goes. Okay.
What's the
'Cause-
deal? Yeah. Okay. I will. I know.
we need this
good.
for our research. Yeah. It's important.
So 2017,
Yeah.
and you were doing shows before that. You moved away for a little bit though.
Yeah. I moved away. I did a big loop. I came up in classical music.
Okay.
And then I was going to be a famous opera singer. And I am
How'd
not.
that work out for you?
I am not one.
Okay.
And I think that is good. I'm fine with that. I did well.
That's awesome. Wow.
And I worked in classical music, but I got into indie rock in college and became painfully cool for a long time.
Wow.
It's so
What year was
exhausting.
that?
I was at Luther College from 2004.
Decorah.
Yeah, Decorah.
We love
That's my happy place.
It's so good.
Yeah.
It's so good. And I was in Nordic choir there. I didn't even know what choir was. I was raised in Lisbon, a tiny town.
Yeah.
And I wasn't born here. Anyway, Luther, I was the music director of the radio station, KWLC.
KWLC.
KWLC. 1240 AM.
On the dial.
AM.
Yeah.
AM. And then I...
That's even more indie.
Oh my God. And then I moved to Minneapolis while I was at Luther, so that's why I didn't come back around. And then I went back to Minneapolis and I was a minion. Like I worked at the Guthrie as box office and I was an intern and I worked at the Current radio station, which is just the best. I just love 89.3 The Current. It's so good. And
I thought you
Wait,
meant
AM still or?
what? Yeah, we pay them.
No, is it still AM?
Yeah, no, it's...
Do you
they're-
pay them?
I do pay them because they're a nonprofit, and I
Yeah.
donate. No, 89.3 is an FM station.
Okay.
And it's with Minnesota Public Radio.
There you go.
I moved there. I got a job at Minnesota Public Radio with American Public Media, which is the largest producer of like NPR shows. I think first or second. It's like WNYC. And then Minnesota Public Radio. But I lost my first job before it started because it was 2008. So, and it was a nonprofit. So welcome. So I was in Minneapolis for a year.
Because of the flood?
Yeah, the flood. Yeah, the flood did it. No, the recession.
Yeah.
And then the flood. I was back for the flood. Anyway, but Minneapolis, and then I was working in the music scene there and a record promoter.
Oh, yeah.
And then for college radio. And then I went to grad school at NYU for music business. So
Okay.
I was like going to do,
And you did your thesis on Radiohead.
yeah, I did.
I can't get that out of my mind.
I know.
Wait,
So-
actually?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought.
No, I did. I started in undergrad. I was an English major, and I was like, I think I just convinced the head of the department to let me do
Oh
this
my
thing. Because in Rainbows had just come out, and it was this, it was the freemium model, and it was the, we're just gonna let people pay what you can.
Right.
So. And I remember the head of the English department, David Faldet, he's like, are you a Marxist? And I was like, maybe. And then he just like gives me a bunch of books. And that's kind of when I started. So it was just a great and interesting time in the industry. And then I got to NYU, and it's a great program. And, then I got plugged in, and I kept doing radio. I was a DJ, like on WNYU or whatever.
There's a lot of letters in your...
I'm like, all the call letters. What am I doing? Can we just list them?
We're gonna have them all.
KWNYC.
I have no idea.
16, 17, 18. Oh, wait, those are numbers.
It's like I studied.
16,
I don't
17,
know.
18, 19.
31?
Yeah, so...
I guess go listen to these things. But anyway, I started working in live music in New York. I left live rock music. I worked at a venue there called Le Poisson Rouge. And I really liked working in live. That was kind of like, I was like, this is
Minneapolis?
New York City.
Oh, now we're in New York.
Now we're in New York.
We jumped quick.
I'm sorry.
No, we were in Minneapolis,
We
though.
were there. And then we went to grad school with the rest of the elder
Right.
millennials.
Okay.
All of us. Just ask us about our student loans.
Yeah, I'm
we
sure.
all win. And then I moved to
So
New York.
what's your favorite Radiohead album? You're probably going to have to go with that one, aren't you, in Rainbows?
Well, it's just In Rainbows was so important.
Right. It's where you've first listened to something and where it really gets you, I think.
It's where I spent so much time, but actually, OK Computer was when I was first introduced to them.
Okay.
And Kid A as well.
Yeah, Kid A's my baby.
We have a Kid A poster on our bedroom wall that we've had there. We've had
Yeah.
for 15 years.
And of course, Insomniac, but I mean,
Yeah.
the both of them together. But OK
feel bad
Computer's
that
also amazing.
I can't contribute to this conversation.
They're just so
You would recognize.
You would. They're so special. I've had the privilege of seeing them twice,
I've never seen them.
and that's a real delight.
Uh-huh.
I was kind of coming on here, thinking about music. It was really fun, and I'm so grateful for the invitation because then I was spending some time music is the thing that has been the most important to me for the longest amount of time. And I have had to go through like different recoveries with it, because classical music, I think I've had like PTSD from classical music. It's just so intense. And then even being like indie rock college, like that's also very intense and very cliquey, cool, you know, intimidating. And then kind of coming out, and now on the other side of just trying to find enjoyment again.
And now you're playing in a band.
And now I'm playing in a band.
Yeah.
Which is so fun and so freeing.
Where do you play at?
Oh, we're just trying to start.
Okay, just kinda getting shit together.
Yeah. We just want to open for some people. We're called the Chucks.
The Chucks.
Yeah. Like
What
the
kind of music
shoes.
Like
do you
the
guys
shoes,
do?
yeah.
Yeah, we're like dance garage rock. Yeah.
And it's cover band, so like
Yes.
give me a couple songs that you're talking.
Yeah. You know, All Right by Supergrass, and Take Me Out, Franz Ferdinand, and Surrender, Cheap Trick.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a lot of 80s, and then some 80s, 90s, and today.
Yeah.
Also, why?
On
like,
WATC.
first of all,
It's a
also,
cool.
today is 80s, 90s, and today. Like, that's now, right? Like,
Yeah. Even though there's 3 decades in now.
I don't think, like...
That's one of my biggest pet peeves is when
That's-
they say
wow.
80s, 90s, and now.
Just 2025, January.
25 years
all
of...
you can include.
First of all, that amount of time is not my business. Second of all,
Right.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah. That always bothered me. I think that was that like MTV or something? They had a game, 80s, 90s, and now.
Or well, that feels VH1. Like, that feels like
yeah,
VH1.
Yeah, because it was after MTV. Yeah, sure. I think it was VH1.
Yeah.
And it just drove me nuts that they would say that.
No, it's too much. It's
Yeah.
too much time.
It was already like 15 years when they were doing that game show.
Pick a decade.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, I was like Big Loop, Minneapolis, New York City, and then New Orleans. And we were in New Orleans when I got the call to interview for this job. And that's
Nice.
where I ran a theater in New Orleans. That's when I shifted into kind of nonprofit theater stuff.
And then you came here.
And then I came here.
And now and then you got invited on the show.
I know.
now
And
you're
it's
here.
all led to this moment.
Yeah.
And then we're here. And I love it.
It's very important that this now is a part of your story.
I agree.
So when you tell people that past,
The next
all
pod
those
you're on.
things, you have to say, and then I was on the Groove Life podcast.
2025, late
Guys.
January.
Yes.
I'm a big fan. Like, I just wanted to become friends, so this was the easiest way. It's like, can you invite me to your party?
Well, I couldn't find you on socials.
I'm not there.
None of them.
No.
Yeah.
Bye.
Well, I was like, okay, I can't find her on socials.
No.
So I had to look for you on the website.
I know,
And
you
then I
just had
found
to
an
email
email.
me. Yeah.
And then you
And
put me
then
in touch
he
with
checked the phone book.
your assistant.
I know. Listen, guys, a lot of things. So I warned you when I came on. So like I live with major depressive disorder, and that's just, it's pretty basic, bitch. But like, I mean, it's a lot. And I named her Susan, and I'm in a fight with her right now. But having an assistant is actually kind of part of the process. So I had a mental health crisis in 2022.
Okay.
And Foundation 2 saved my life, and they're an amazing
I
organization.
love Foundation too.
Yeah, they're so, I mean, and I was pretty like, this is pretty, you can see the path to this time. Like I was diagnosed with depression as a teenager. 2022, I'm postpartum, 2 babies, running a nonprofit through the pandemic.
Wow.
Also undertreated and all the, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sure.
But the reason for the assistant is like when I went through all this stuff and I was like, whoa, I was hospitalized and I was in an outpatient program here locally. And my board president at the time was James Klein, who's the president of Cedar Rapids Bank and Trust.
Okay.
And I sat down with him. I was like, what do I need to know coming back? Like, what's the most important? He's like, stop doing everything you were doing. I was looking at it and it's stupid. Like, you need to delegate different things. I thought I was like a great delegator. He's like, you're really holding on to some stuff that's
Yeah.
like not your business.
Right.
And he's like, and you run your schedule doesn't run you. So the first thing I did when I came back was I'm like, my email and my calendar can't be my business.
Right.
Because that makes me unwell.
Yeah.
And so Lucy does a bunch of other stuff, but Lucy's amazing.
It's funny. I met Lucy at Dash.
Totally.
I think was it her sister worked there?
Probably. I mean, she's got an amazing. I would say Lucy
She was
comes
always
from
doing
such
work.
a great family.
She was always
So
doing
great, and they're
computer work and
musicians.
stuff
Yeah.
at the bar.
Oh yeah.
And I would always just, say hey. And I think it was her dad that came in.
Barney.
Yeah.
I love the Conroys.
Yeah, they
Shout
seem
out.
like a really cool family.
They're so cool.
Okay,
Yeah.
it took me a long time to get there.
You know who I'm
but
talking about now?
Yes.
Yeah.
I've been in shows with Lucy when I was a kid.
They're
Yeah.
so cool. And I mean, the whole team at TCR, but I think like being in my seat, I have to take because I have to take my mental health so seriously. I've got to like walk the walk too.
Yeah.
Because it's like, listen, I can't opt out. So I've got to like take
Right.
it seriously and take the steps I need to take to be well.
Now I do want an assistant.
I can't.
Why are you looking at me? I don't have the time to do that.
Well, I mean, we assist each other, so we could be each other's assistants.
That's just creating more things to do for each other.
That's true. But we're helping each other. I'm doing things for you so you don't have to do as much. And then you do them for me so I don't have to do as much.
Really, we're just.
But we're doing the same amount of things.
Yeah. So
What if we base, like, I feel like we need to talk about your strengths and also what are your astrology signs. I'm not going to, there are some friends.
Oh, really? We're going to go deep here.
Listen, guys, like, let's figure this. I'll help you figure this
Well,
out.
we should actually ask her about her grooves.
I think it is a very good, like, segue from what we were just talking about.
Go for it.
Yeah.
The grooves.
Yeah, the grooves. So
Yes.
you've heard the pod, you know.
Yes.
We want all of our guests to let us know what are the top 3 things that make you groove.
Okay.
Give you passion, make you come to life.
Yes.
They don't have to be in order, whatever order you want to tell us.
I was thinking about this, and if I may, I might say the 3 of them in order, but go back to them. Is that okay?
Of course.
All right. So, number 1 thing that just like keeps me all the time is family, chosen and, by
Right.
birth.
Yep.
Because that's pretty expansive for me both ways. And then I was also thinking about like the arts, music, theater, the visual arts. And I was like, yes, I just feel like I'd be like, yeah, theater, right? Or music or blah. But it's not that. It's like that. It's the moment. I'm addicted to the moments. I'm addicted to, I sit at TCR and I am the loudest one in the audience when the moment hits me. And it could be this ensemble number that just like went and I'm like, that's it. That's
Yeah.
it. I'm good. And I'm like, I don't like to go to rock shows with people. Like my husband has become accommodating to me because
Yeah.
I'm like, we leave when I leave. Like I'm going to leave. I leave when I hit the moment. And
You're
I
like,
hit it and
that's
I'm
it.
like,
I'm out.
like Jazz Fest, I was built for Jazz Fest. We lived right next to Jazz Fest in New Orleans. I'm built for it. Our backyard butted up so I could leave when the moment hit and then lay on my grass in the backyard and just listen.
Yeah.
And it was so easy. I just love that. And then it's just community. The being a part of a collective and a greater than.
Yeah.
I feel so run down. I think we probably all do. When we get so navel gazy and forget that like all of us are probably kind of the same and things are actually just very big.
Yeah.
Yeah, we think we're the only ones.
No.
We're alone,
And it's like, no, that's not. Kurt Vonnegut, like in Cat's Cradle, talks about, anyway, there's this line called busy, busy, busy when you observe humanity. Busy, busy, busy. We're just so busy.
It's true.
Oh my God.
It's true, but it's also sad
Yeah. Oh yeah.
because you miss so much when that's the center of everything.
So much. So much.
That's why you need to be my assistant.
Dad,
Okay, we'll talk about it later.
we're not going to talk
I don't
about
think
it later.
it's happening.
Decision is
Stop
been
trying
made.
to make assistant happen.
Yeah. It's not going to happen.
It's not going
It's
to
very
happen.
fetch, okay?
Okay,
It's not going to
Wow,
happen.
I'm so proud that you knew that.
Why is that?
I don't know. I just wasn't expecting you to be able to pull out those Mean Girls references
That was good.
quickly. That was great.
Yeah.
Really great.
I think Mean Girls is probably more from my age group than yours. When did it come out? Well, I guess because Tina Fey produced it and all the producers were my age. So the people that wrote it,
When did it come out?
okay, we're changing everything here.
No, we have to figure
she-
this out. A
I know,
sidetrack is not
but
a
she's
bad
trying to do.
thing.
She's
I think
trying,
it's like 2003. I'm gonna say
So
say
now then.
2003. Now is when
Yeah.
it came out. Now,
Okay, Dad,
yeah.
what's your guess?
The 80s, 90s, and now.
It would be now.
Okay.
You think 2025.
in the now 25-year
it was
decade.
2004.
Okay, so that's
When I was 7.
yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
Maybe more sure. You're
yeah.
right. You're right.
I get all the way up till I turned 40, which was just this year. So I'm, whatever works for me.
This is great. Congratulations.
Brian, you're pretty fucking quiet over there.
I know when not to say anything.
Yeah.
I'll play my cards close to my chest.
We're just saying hi to our producer back there, Brian.
I wish we had a camera on, Brian.
I know. We need a
you?
Bri cam. That's what
Do
I call
you?
it.
Do you?
I
think
took a
it
Bricam this morning.
I'm feeling kind
Bad
of
allergies.
I think the Bricam should just be like one of those cameras that goes over your head and just stares right
Yeah.
at you, like a GoPro kind of version.
Oh man.
Well, we want one of those for the Bond cam, too, the Bon cam.
Well, yeah.
She's not here
she just
today.
can't
but-
know about it because she doesn't want to be on.
Right. We'll just have to hide one. It's like when we go to Bohemia.
Yeah.
They always get me either at Halloween or at Christmas. I'll be sitting at a table and they'll drop a mistletoe in front of me on a string, or they'll drop a spider.
No.
It's always me. So we need to do that with like a camera. Just there's Bonnie.
Oh man.
We just interrupted your grooves. Okay, so you gave
No.
us the 3 grooves.
You're so good.
And now you're going to return and talk
Well, I was
about
just,
them.
oh no, I don't know. I mean, I was just thinking, I was listening and I was like, yeah, I see all this interconnectedness. I don't know. I mean, how fortunate are we to have, if we have family, right? And if we
Yeah.
have connection and if we
Yeah.
have camaraderie, I think moving here, being here by choice and like making the choice to come back and bring my husband who's not from here. And like, this is the smallest place he's ever lived.
Right.
This is the smallest and whitest place he's ever lived. And
Wide?
no, white, like white people.
Like with an H?
Yeah, WHIT.
Is there an Pam? Pam?
Pammed.
Pam? Anyway, sorry.
Yeah, no, that's okay. I don't know, but
Step Brothers reference. Anyway, go ahead.
got it. But bringing came in here and then having 2 babies here and like all that stuff. We've made friends here. There were some friends. I was so grateful to come to a place where there were some folks I knew from growing up that knew my heart and knew our heart and knew. So we had that community, but we've grown these friendships that I don't think either of us ever expected. And it's kind of, when we talk, it's like, oh, I wonder what it'd be like to live there. And recently came, it's like, yeah, but our friend Beth isn't there. It's like, right.
So that's when you said family from
Like you're
birth and all
chosen.
chosen family too. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
I like that,
really
chosen.
good.
I've never used that before.
Yeah. And that says, and I'm so fortunate my mom moved close by and like that, to have a relationship with her. I just turned 39 and to have this relationship with her in this season of our lives has been, I'm supremely grateful. Really grateful because it's not a given, and it wasn't a given for us. Like I'm not like a picket fence person. I didn't come
Right.
from that. So
Yeah.
I thought she said pig and fence.
I'm not a pig and
Wow.
fence person.
There's
so
been
much.
a lot of misheard phrases tonight, I think.
but we could call it that.
You started it off with Wendy's.
I know.
so.
So I started the problem.
I think we should call it pig and fence.
think
I don't know.
Sometimes things you stumble and say become even cooler. I think.
I agree.
I think
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
good.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how the British do it, right? They've got all these great rhymes. I wish we had more rhymes.
Yeah.
I so wish we did. But yeah, the chosen family, the network, the kind of like the support system, and then like that moment of art, that spark, that just like, I don't know.
But you always leave after the peak, huh?
I usually do.
Yeah.
For me,
You don't think there'll be 2 peaks?
You know, a couple things. The first is I am so tired and I don't like
Yeah.
to be out in the nighttime.
Fair enough.
And like when I worked in club,
I'm good with 1 peak this at my age.
listen, I just like, because when I can't even imagine, but when I was thinking about this like tonight, and I even think about it's so funny, like running a theater, and I'll be like, oh, I got to go in the nighttime. Like it's a whole, like I can't. It's so hard. It's so hard. And when I worked in New York, I was like, well, I started work at 10.
Oh my gosh.
So I stayed out until 4.
It's
Can you
different
imagine? I
when
took
you're
a cab
yeah.
home at 7. I remember taking a cab home at 7 a.m.
I always talk about it, but I used to finish playing at 1 or 1:30, and by the time we packed up all our gear, I was home with Taco Bell at 4.
100%.
And then I watch MTV. Oh, showing my age.
It's okay.
and eat like 5 pounds of tacos, you know?
Yes, I do know.
And then
I
sleep
did
till
that.
noon and then do it again.
Oh my gosh.
And I couldn't figure out how to like that was part of the music industry like I couldn't figure out. I don't think if people are born either like I feel like I've read something where it's like either you're an early riser or you're someone who stays up late.
Sure.
I'm not. I wasn't the stay up late person. So I was already fighting my nature.
Do you get up early?
I just wake up and I'm ready.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I wake up and it's no big deal.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, morning's good. I can like talk like this immediately.
That's amazing.
I don't know.
That doesn't happen in our house.
We are both, all three of us actually are definitely night people.
Yeah. Night people, but I'm becoming more of a homebody night person.
Yeah.
Because
Sure.
I thoroughly believe it's because of COVID. I think that
Yes.
COVID put everyone at home and they all got
Yep.
comfortable and now
Yep.
are like, hey, I kind of like my house.
Yep.
I like my spot. I like my booze.
I like my
I like my Netflix, whatever. And then all of a sudden I went back the other way and trying to do, live shows, and everyone's, instead of going from 9 to 1 shows, they were doing 8 to midnight, and then it starts going like 8 to 11. Like everyone's just, it's different now.
It is. When we were in New York, so we went to New York in May and I have a 6-year-old Dashiell and a 3-year-old Arrow. And
Dashiell and Arrow?
yeah,
That is awesome.
My cat's
Yeah.
name is Arrow. How do you spell it?
Arrow, Arrow.
Okay.
He's named for the Harry Nilsson song "Me and My Arrow" and the album "The Point." I don't know. I grew up listening to that with my dad.
Hers is after a coffee press, so.
AeroPress coffee. Do you know it?
delicious.
So good. Yeah.
But we went to New York with them, and I was like, okay, several things. First of all, this is so much more reasonable because everything was closed earlier. Everything closed like earlier, and I was like, this is kind of nice. Like
Yeah.
everything has shifted. It was also a lot quieter. It was kind of weird.
Yeah.
In New York?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I thought that was the city that never sleeps.
Yeah.
No,
I'm
it's
confused.
sleeping now,
It's
man.
sleeping.
Yeah, it's sleeping.
And we're okay with it.
Listen, I am okay with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Living there, I'm so grateful I lived there. I was born right outside of the city, and I always knew I wanted to live there. And my dad normalized going there all the time. We went
Okay.
every year
Yep.
because his family, I come from family in Philadelphia. So we'd always go. So it was very normal, but grad school helped me go. And, but man, I remember like going to my psychiatrist in New York and being like, I can't breathe. And she's like, oh, like when? I was like, so like when you're on the sidewalk and it's just, there's so many things and they're tall and then there's people. And she's like, uh-huh.
And you live in New York.
And I was like, I don't think I should live in a place that I need
Yeah.
to be like.
Was her response, you need to move?
Yeah, no, she was
Have you ever
just
heard of
like,
Cedar Rapids?
Here's a really big prescription. I was like, I don't think I should need to take like class C drugs to live in a place. Like, I'm just not built for this. This is like so much.
Yeah.
But, you find your places.
Yeah.
You find your little places.
I love stories of how people have chosen to go and to leave Cedar Rapids and then have desire to want to come back. And it's
Yeah.
like all very unique. Everybody's stories are different in that way, but there's always some kind of thing that still pulls them back. When you're growing up here, there's always that desire like, I got to get out of here.
Yeah.
I need to leave.
Yeah.
But then it's
Yeah.
cool to hear when people are like, you know what? I think I'm going to go back there. And then you have your reasons for loving it. It's kind of cool.
I think it's so cool. And I was talking to a friend recently who is back and has spent the last 15 years in Texas. And I was like, I don't know. I just know that every time I would fly home from wherever I was living, I just felt like I could breathe better. And maybe that's just familiarity, and maybe that's just what that is.
Yeah.
But I think this place is pretty special.
It is. It's definitely a different pace. People are really special here, I think.
Man, I think so too.
When I go visit my kids in LA and stuff, it's a different kind of thing. People don't just talk to you there. Everyone's in their own lane, It's not like,
Yeah.
I want to be that guy that sits on I'm already that guy. That sits on my swing out from my house and waves at everyone that goes
Yeah.
by. And you don't see that everywhere else, So that's what I love about Cedar Rapids.
I really love it. I really love it. I agree. And I think from an arts perspective, like we're not going to get, you can do so much here. And I think that's like, I'm a pretty intolerant, like I'm an artist who runs businesses, but I'm an artist. And so like when artists don't have their shit together, that's when you hear there's nowhere for me to play, there's nowhere for me to present. Listen, bless. I love my friend artists. But here, I feel like every city I've lived in, that's not been a great excuse.
Yeah.
But here, I'm like, this is really no excuse because this place is hungry.
Yeah.
This place is hungry, and there's money, and it's just hungry. This place just is like open. Yep. It's more open. It's less fixed. New Orleans was amazing. New Orleans is alive. It's such a wild place. But it's got its rhythm. You know, and this place is, I just feel like the openness. Caitlin and I have both been like, yeah, we can do stuff.
Yeah.
Right. That's awesome.
Yeah.
We should take a break.
We should.
And then we'll come back and do Song of the Week and talk about shows and all kinds of shit.
Okay.
So
Sounds fun.
Sweet.
we're right back. Right back.
Where does that live?
I can't believe I'm saying this. Need Pizza has decided once again for the year 2025 to be our sponsor for the Groove Life Song of the Week. There was only one stipulation, and that was that we continue to give away free pizzas. And I was like, no one's gonna want free pizza. Not compute. Can't believe said that out loud. Everybody wants hot to the touch, fresh from the oven, New Haven style pizza, plus tasty appetizers and fresh salads. Everybody wants ice cold, locally crafted beer. Everybody wants to be greeted at the door with a smile and be invited into a warm atmosphere where the staff makes you feel like part of the family every time you visit. Let's make this simple. Everybody wants a damn pizza, and Need Pizza is the place to get it.
Need Pizza is a locally owned, independent pizzeria established in 2015, located at 207 2nd Avenue Southeast in the heart of downtown.
Need Pizza. Feed your need.
I wasn't here during that time. I mean, that was Greece. Do you know what year that was?
2005.
2005. Okay, I was here. Did I move? Yeah, 2002 or 2003. But we weren't really going to.
We moved here in 2005 or 2004.
Oh, was it 2004? You're right.
When you're kids, I mean, listen, that's...
I know, but it just makes me sad because I did get to see Elizabeth in Rent.
Yeah.
But like to see all of you guys in Greece, that would have been so much fun. It was like Elizabeth, you, Anna Barnes. Who else was in it? Like who was?
So Danny was Charlie Vogel, who did it more recently.
He did the recent one.
He was the original Danny.
Yeah. He's perfect.
It was so good. Yeah, it was just Angela Billman. That's when we met Angela Meisterling.
Okay.
And she's so wonderful. It was really fun.
I missed out. I would love to see that. That'd be funny. So if any of you are watching, Anna, if you're out there, and you have this on VHS or on what?
Anna and I talk about just doing a reunion concert. Just
Do it.
Just Grease.
Just Grease
Sandy,
songs.
Just Sandy and Rizzo.
You could just call a whole new thing called Sandy and Rizzo. It could be a whole new.
Ooh.
It would be.
You
my
might be
dream.
onto something.
She's so amazing. It would like be my honor. I love her so much. She's so cool.
Who, Rizzo?
And Anna.
And Anna.
Yeah. I mean, I aspire.
She's your aunt? Aunt Anna?
Aunt Anna. And
Auntie Anna.
Gotta work on my...
Anna's like, why are they all of a sudden talking about me on this episode?
She's like, stop.
Anyway.
They're obsessed with
It's
it.
because I
back
love
from,
you.
We're back from the break, and I noticed as we left the break, I said,
Well, as you should have said.
I was just saying, we'll see you in a minute, but I went, something like
great.
that. It was awesome. I
I
hope
loved it.
people understood the
now-
heart
now
behind
they
it.
do, because you
now they know what's going on here.
We'll have subtitles.
Subtitles.
Please.
Yes.
We'll
Let's
see
do
you
a
after the break.
local music calendar.
Local music!
All right. If you were listening to the last episode, which was our first live on video episode, which is awesome. Wasn't live, sorry.
You have some beard hairs on your glasses.
I have beard hairs?
Or is it just scratched? Nope, there's beard hairs.
Oh, I thought
on your
they were
glasses.
scratched, and I was like, relate.
Thank you.
You're so
I hate
welcome.
when I get beard hairs on
Now
my
they're
glasses.
on my sweater. My beard hairs get on my glasses
There's your new band name.
all the time.
Beard hairs?
Beard hairs.
You know, another one we came up with is roly-poly bones.
That's pretty.
She was putting her gloves on yesterday, and there were roly-poly bones in her gloves.
Okay, so
Why-
here's,
why did
Like
you-
here's the thing.
How did you know
bugs? Like
Well,
the dead shells?
I took my glove inside out to feel what was on my thumb, like on my finger, because it was like itchy when
Yeah,
I put
that's
my
a
hand
nightmare.
in.
No,
And I
this
had
is
just,
stuff of
I had
nightmares.
just cleaned them. So I think sometimes, okay, we're getting really personal right
It's
now.
all right. Sometimes in your washing machine,
Sometimes
you'll
our
get
washing
little
machine gets little
roly-polies.
roly-polies because they're attracted to the moisture, you know?
Well,
It's a
sure.
thing.
Oh, I live in a 110-year-old house. Yeah.
So they got in my gloves, and when I put them inside out, there were roly-poly bones, and I
And I'm like, what a
complained
cool
about
name.
that to him.
Or even like an album name.
Roly-poly
roly-poly
bones.
Yeah.
It also sounds like a special Halloween album too. Like it sounds a little, you know what I mean?
Of course.
I'm
Yeah.
also in like a kid era.
Yeah, it could be a kid's album,
had
or
a
it could
real-
be a really dark death metal album.
Yeah, it's kids pop or dark metal, and strangely they have the same names always.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's funny, actually.
So were
Yeah,
they skeletons of roly-polies, or were they excited roly-polies?
Well, they
Oh.
weren't. They weren't.
That would be roly-poly boners. Yeah, it'd be a little bit different.
Sorry.
I thought you were genuinely asking
his-
me, and I was like, actually,
They were
Yeah.
oh.
I see.
Sorry about that.
Looks like
Yeah.
the
Yes.
roly-polies are a little excited. All right. Music calendar.
So the roly-poly bones are playing at
I think in the beard, what was it?
probably at TCR.
the beard hairs on my glasses.
Probably at TCR.
beard hair
I heard.
glasses. Yeah. All right. So very similar to last time. We have my good friends in Dream Thief are playing on January 31st. So that's coming up here,
Is that your shirt?
Oh my god.
representing.
My dudes.
Yeah.
So
They're playing
that'll
at-
be on. Is it a Friday?
It'll be next, I think it's next Friday or Saturday.
It's next Friday.
Next
Yep.
Friday.
My
Friday.
mom's birthday is Wednesday.
So for your mom's birthday, you could go see some metal at Wildwood. It'll be awesome.
I love it.
And then we're going to continue to promote the Bob Marley birthday bash over at the Olympic on February 15th.
Nice.
Okay.
By the way, Olympic has a lot of cool shit coming up. And I was just talking to my brother recently who has been up there while they've been doing some of the renovations and stuff. And I
okay.
guess the place is looking just dope.
I've heard it looks so good. I can't wait to see it.
Like they've just
It's such a great place.
They've painted the wall. It's not like all white anymore in there. I
Yeah.
think it's just really homey and not homey, but
We should just ask
Vibey.
Steve if we can take a little peek.
well, I'm sure he wouldn't care.
He would love it.
The Shrive is what I call him.
The Shrive vibe.
The Shrive vibe. Yes, he's kind of gave it a Shrive vibe. So he has the birthday bash for Bob Marley, who won't be there himself, but
Unavailable.
yeah, he wasn't
Yeah,
available.
we tried.
Really expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then February 22nd, if you want to go to Des Moines, Fresh Fighters will be at Woolies.
Yes.
It's always our favorite
Why is
place
that
to
not
play.
on my calendar yet?
Well, you need to get it off because we always go
No,
to
I
Des
think
Moines for that.
I think I got it off work. I just didn't put it on my calendar.
There's some fun things coming up in the spring that we can't talk about right now, but I just hate not talking about music, even though January is such a fucking slow month. There's not a lot going on. I mean, you guys have the shit. Don't tell me.
It opens February 7th.
It's not.
Jersey
it's not
Boys.
going, Jersey Boys.
Jersey
yes.
Boys.
I knew it.
Dirty Jersey. I was born in Dirty Jersey.
Dirty Jersey,
I was.
the city that never sleeps.
Not almost.
Almost. Okay.
The Chucks band is available to open, I would like to say.
Oh, so you have to check out Chuck's.
The Chucks.
Check out the Chucks.
I mean, right? I get to plug a thing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No,
Why not? We were
I
getting
just-
there. We were getting there.
That's why I brought up
Don't you
Jersey
worry.
Boys.
Don't worry, we'll delete that out.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Anything that she promotes, if you could just kind of
Cut it?
Yeah.
God.
No, but you guys need to play.
I know we need to play. We just want to open. Yeah.
You
we're
got an
fine.
hour yet?
Yeah. We got almost 3.
Wow.
You got almost 3 hours and you're not playing yet?
Well, no. We had a gig in the summer. Anyway, yeah, we're just building it.
Yeah. I gotcha. I wasn't giving you
reaching
shit or anything. I'm just saying,
God.
just play.
Actually, I just said 3, but guys, like, they will kill me. But I think we have 3.
You have a lot of songs, is what you're saying.
Where it's gonna be.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
So if you guys need an opener, check out the Chucks.
Email me and then Lucy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome. So
You can't find her on Facebook. You can't
Nope.
find you on Facebook.
No.
no.
I'm not there.
Yeah.
Do I even exist?
She's on TikTok, but not really. She's
Just
watching
to
it.
watch cat videos. Is
Yes.
She's an enigma, this one. What an asshole. Like, that sounds like the worst.
No, you know what? It's really more embarrassing that I'm on Facebook.
But listen, I don't know.
Hey, to each their own. I think people either like it or they don't, or they should be on it or they shouldn't. And it's kind of like, drinking alcohol. Some people should not drink alcohol. Some people should. Like Brian should.
Yeah.
But yeah. What were you going to say?
One more thing to mention before we move on to Song of the Week. We're going to be on the TNT podcast this
Ooh, shit.
Wednesday. I don't know when it's releasing, though. That is not information I have at this moment. Because they didn't tell us, right? They haven't
Our
told
brother
us.
Tone and
Tevin.
Tevin.
Yes.
The T and the T.
Yes.
And
So
they
keep
will
an ear
hopefully
out for
have some
that.
tequila.
Probably.
So we'll be at their studio Wednesday night.
Wednesday night, a couple days. So keep an eye out on our socials for when that episode drops.
Yeah, that'll be fun. Hopefully.
I don't know. It's going to be wild.
I'm a little nervous,
Just a little bit.
but that'll be fun. You like that accent?
It's just good to be a little bit nervous.
Oh, no, if
A
I,
little bit. All right.
Just a little bit. Oh.
yeah. Should we move on now to the
Song of
Groove
the
Life
Week.
Song of the Week?
Let's do it.
Song of the Week.
Brought to you by Need Pizza.
It's Lua Brewing Company Sun for Miles Hazy IPA.
You're drinking it so slow that it's almost warm now.
But that's actually the best way to drink a hazy is slightly not chilled.
Yeah, I don't know.
Unless it's like a double or a triple IPA, then you want those colder. But these, you kind of want the chill off of them.
Okay, fair
But
enough.
anyway, Lua. We like Lua. What are you drinking over there? You're sipping on something.
I'm drinking a Hendrix Gin martini.
Hendrix.
Very
Is-
dry.
now, would that
I've
be
learned.
your gin of choice is Hendrix?
Hendrix is my gin of choice.
Okay.
Yep. And I think I started drinking martinis, I think when I was living in New York, because it's efficient from an economical standpoint.
Yeah.
Just to get a glass of alcohol. But I've come to, I really love martinis. So
I think I've tried one. I've never really done martinis. You have.
I'm not much of a. I'm not strong enough for a martini.
Listen, it takes
not
practice and
Sophisticated
commitment.
enough. Yep.
But also you have to know, I didn't really know how to order. And now that I know how to order exactly what I want, I feel even more confident.
So what would you say?
So I would like an extra dry martini. And if I sense that maybe this isn't going to go well, I say don't put vermouth in it. Just rinse the glass with vermouth, and then throw it out in the trash.
Throw the glass
preferably.
out?
Throw everything out that vermouth touched.
Just do it.
You know, Winston.
Throw it
Churchill-
out.
Winston Churchill hated vermouth so much that he would just bow in the direction of France when he made his martinis.
Oh, there you go.
So then you're just drinking gin.
Basically, but and then orange bitters.
Right.
And it's all about like making it extra cold and how you do it.
Okay.
But I mean, the rinse of vermouth, yeah, and then always a twist, always a lemon twist, and that, yeah.
Yeah.
I do
Listen.
like gin.
It tastes like old people in Christmas. What's not to like?
Pine trees. Yeah. It's and every gin is a little different. One's more
I know,
pine
what's your
tree.
favorite?
I'm kind of embarrassed. It's like me saying I like Facebook, but I'm a Tanqueray guy.
Oh my God.
It's more piney, I know.
Well,
It's way better than Bombay.
we had a good run.
That was
You have to admit, it's better than Bombay
Yes.
before that.
yeah.
We hit the
or
moment.
Aviator.
You know, I just like don't stray that much. I kind of found what I like and I just stick with it.
I do like Hendrix, but I do like Tanqueray better. It's all right. It's all good.
That's fair.
Yeah, you have the people that like Bud Light and then people that like
Bud Heavy?
hazies. Yeah.
People
You know
like
what?
heavy.
I don't want us to forget the fact that we have a pizza to give
Oh, yes.
away.
Damn it.
Don't forget.
We were going to probably keep on trucking, and
Yeah.
our winner wasn't going to know.
Yep.
So,
Because we are sponsored by Need Pizza once
Yes.
again, the Groove Life Song of the Week.
yes.
And so we're going to give away a pizza. Last week we gave away, or a couple weeks ago, we gave away a cheesecake and a pizza.
It's true.
What? Where's the cheesecake from?
Sweet
cheesecake.
cheesecake.
Wow.
They actually are going to be our sponsor starting next month,
Oh my gosh, cool.
along with Need. Might have to do a couple more combo giveaways.
Yeah, keep an eye out for that. So, our winner today,
Anna Barnes.
We love her.
what?
Yeah,
We
Anna
love
Barnes.
her. We know her. We love to know her.
Yeah.
There's no reason that we were talking about her so much at the beginning of this episode.
I think that's why it came up that way, and then we just started vibing on Anna Barnes.
Yeah.
And so we got to make sure she knows she's been getting a lot of publicity on this
Super
episode.
loved.
That's right.
Super loved superstar.
So Anna, we'll be getting a hold of you, and we'll send you a gift card to Need Pizza, our favorite pizza joint.
Yep. Be liking, commenting, interacting with our socials, and that's how you get in the drawing. It's no longer just our commenters, also our likers or lovers.
But it is of our photo that we post on Insta and on which,
Insta or Facebook.
yeah.
Yeah. And soon TikTok.
I'll
Yep.
like it there. I'll have Caven like it at their places.
Okay.
I love his name.
It's a good name.
It's very cool.
When we met, I said, hi, Cavan. And he said, we met on the internet. So when we met for our first date in Brooklyn, I was coming in hot from class. And I was like, who's this guy? And I was like, I had messaged him, by the way. I canceled our first date to go to the last LCD Sound System concert, last at Madison Square Garden. Listen, fine. So I go in, hi, Cavan. He goes, it's Caven. I was like, incorrect. Nice to meet you.
You're wrong.
Like the band Cave In.
It's a County Cavan in Ireland is what he's named for. But
Okay.
it is, Cavan is how.
It's a great name.
It's
I
a
love it.
great name.
It's cool.
Yeah.
It's almost Kevin, but it's not.
But it's not.
It's almost a lot of things, but it's not.
Yeah.
Does anybody call him Craven, the hunter?
No, but he finally has a dog. When I describe to people, I've been like cave in. Like, ah.
They ever call him Conan
Never, not once.
the Barbarian? Hunter, Barbarian, Cave In the band. Anyway, we'll have to talk to Cave In sometime.
You will.
That'd be kind of fun. We will.
You'll like
it's
it.
meant to be.
You'll
Love
enjoy.
it.
So I'm going to start us off. Do a little song of the week. You okay there?
Just can't get this.
Just a little twisty turny.
Okay, joke over. Too much, Dad. Stop. We're doing a... Stop it! We're doing a themed song of the week this week.
We are.
Which is kind of fun. We like doing these. It helps narrow down our song choices that we have to do every other week. It's not the only reason we like doing
I think it's fun.
But-
We've done a theater one before, and we've also done a Weird Al one.
We have.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That was fun.
That's
So
really
we're
good.
doing musical theater again today.
Yep.
I'm so excited.
Yes. I'm going to start. I'm doing Waving Through a Window from Dear Evan Hansen.
Waiting,
Waving. I'm waving at you through a window.
waiting, or waiting.
Dad? No more.
I've learned to slam on the brake before I even turn the key, before I make the mistake, before I lead with the worst of me. Give them no reason to stare, no slipping up if you slip away. So I got nothing to share, no, I got nothing to say. Step out of the sun if you keep getting burned. Step out of the sun because you've learned, On the outside, always looking in, will I ever be more than I've always been? Cause I'm tapping on the glass, waving through a window. I try to speak, but nobody can hear, so I wait around for an
Waving.
Yes.
Got it.
You're waving through the window.
Like this.
Yes. You got it. You got it. I love this musical.
This reminds me of Bo Burnham. This song, I don't know why.
Really?
Oh, that. I mean, yeah.
I mean, come on. That whole thing he did was very
It was amazing.
Edward Hands. Not Evan. It was Edward.
You mean his voice reminds you of Bo Burnham? Or
it's
just
the whole vibe.
Okay.
It's the whole vibe. Yeah.
It's like an ilk. It is a very specific type of musical theater that is going on and, has been dominant.
And I think Bo tapped
for the
into
now
that. Yeah.
period, the last 25 years. What do you love about the musical?
So I'm trying to remember. So there's a lot of musicals that I'm not like the kind of person that goes and searches for the bootleg versions on YouTube. I just don't take the time to do that.
Right.
But
Me
lots
either.
of times I will have listened to the album multiple times. Yeah. But in a weird way, won't know all like the story connections until I see some visual version of it, which makes sense.
Totally. See,
So-
this one for me. I hadn't seen it until it was at Hampshire like a month ago. I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
You're going to be persecuted if you say you saw this just on the movie.
No, I didn't.
Okay,
I
good.
saw this one on Broadway,
Well,
actually.
there you go.
Boom.
I would
shaka.
never shame. Yeah, big leagues.
Fired. No, I did. I saw this one on Broadway.
That was
but
a good answer.
I think that might have been the first time I saw it.
Yeah.
No, I'm not sure. Anyways, music's just so raw. It's such like it's a story where you have to kind of like keep taking decisions as to whether you like the main character or not, because what he's doing is so cruel. But you also kind of feel for him, and you're kind of sad what he's going through, and it's like this fight that you have to go through.
It's a really hard show.
Yeah.
It's a really hard show. I don't know how it's going to stand up. That's kind of my curiosity. Listen, I mean, who am I?
Right.
Hello, everyone.
You mean how long it's going to be relevant?
Well, yeah, I think it's like it. I mean, I guess they already did an update when I saw it at Hampshire. They had already updated like the social media platform they're talking about. So there's a lot of stuff. It's like when you have these things, I felt like this. It's like things are coming out, and it's just so expensive to do shows, and it's so expensive to do shows commercially in New York to allow the masses to know what they are, that they're late. Like they're coming out and their relevance has passed.
Yeah.
Yep.
And for plays, it's even worse. For plays, their relevance passed like a decade before. But shows take 11. I mean, a musical, tip to tail, if it's going to make it, if it's going to end up booked on Broadway, if they're going to be able to sell it, it's probably been in development for a minimum of a decade.
Wow.
And so
by the time it comes out.
So when you do something like this, where it's like, by the time it comes out, like I felt like the Mother's plot line, and listen, I'm hypersensitive to Mother stuff. Yeah. And I mean, I'm fucking rightfully, bro. but you know, the Mother's line, I remember leaving and I was like, man, that's just not how we talk about. That's not how we talk about ourselves anymore. That's not how there's been a development. Because it's kind of, I felt like the mother was pretty villainized, and I was like, that is not.
Yeah.
But I don't know. But the music is so great, and it's full,
so
and people have been
so
auditioning. The songs are built for auditions.
Yeah. So
Well,
good.
we'll be curious to see if it sticks around.
Yeah.
If not, then Bo Burnham will do his own version.
Right. Exactly. That's what's.
I heard Bo. I call him B-Dog, but Bo for
Mr.
short.
Burnham.
Best friend Bo.
Dad.
I heard that Bo was doing some big promo on TikTok just before it was going out.
Oh.
For some new thing. I don't know what that is, but do you know, Brad Guy?
Who?
Oh, wow.
I'm not in the know.
It's waiting. No, I did hear that. He's doing a whole like
a new special or something?
Special that's very
so exciting.
But I think it has to do with outside instead of inside. I don't know.
Did you see that? I haven't looked. Lin-Manuel posted like the Hamilton image with 2025 written on it.
Oh, really?
What does this mean, Lin? What are we supposed to do with ourselves?
Right.
Until you tell us.
Exactly. Him and Bo are probably getting lunch this week.
Messing with our minds.
All right. So mine is, I went back and forth. I have like a trinity of my favorite musical theater performances, which would be like Rent, Sweeney Todd,
Yeah.
Moulin Rouge.
Trinity, you got to stop. There's only 3.
That's all I have.
Okay, you sounded like you were going to continue.
Because I wanted to keep going. No, I have more than that, but those are a few of my favorites. But so I'm going to do a version of Without You off of Rent by Leslie Odom Jr.
Of Hamilton fame.
Because, yeah, he was...
Do you know what's going to happen? I'm kidding. Is this a sign?
Because he worked with Hamilton, didn't he?
He was, yeah.
He was the dude.
Yeah, he was the original Burr.
Yeah. So I just love this version, so we're going to listen to it.
I'm so amped. Like, I don't know. Sorry. I just got really excited.
Without you, the ground thaws, the rain falls, the grass grows. Without you, the seeds root, the flowers bloom, the children play, the stars gleam, the poets dream, the eagles fly. Without you, the earth turns, the sun burns, but I die without you. Without you, the breeze warms, the girl smiles, the cloud moves. Without you, the tides change, the boys run, the oceans crash, the crowds roar, the days so...
Yeah, I could just keep this going. It's hard to cut this one off. It's just so... I just think his voice just melts me. I don't know. It's amazing.
It's why he's had such a successful solo career. I
Yeah.
mean, he's ended up, and I'm ignorant to his world before Hamilton, which I'm sure was expansive. And now that he tours, and I think it's been great. I mean, Hendrix brought him a few times. Yeah, because his control and his tone is just so perfect.
Yeah, I'm not real familiar.
Lovely.
I just like some of his versions and some of the songs he's done. So
he is just...
I mean, that song already rocked me when I saw saw Rent for the first time, second time.
Right?
Yeah.
Rent is such, I mean, what a pivotal show.
Yeah.
I'm just with you.
And one of those that, aged well, although because it captured a certain point in time. So it can stand alone. It didn't have to grow.
Yeah. Right.
know?
Right. The AIDS crisis is going to, I mean, that is an essential... That's an essential moment, and what happened in Alphabet City, and what happened during there were rent riots, literally in Alphabet City, and so
it's historical,
right?
Yeah.
Gosh,
I want to go watch it again now. I like the movie of that one.
I like I just like stuff. I'm such a. I have this I'm just a consumer. Like Kaven and I are both like, there's no guilty pleasures. Like I just love content.
Yeah, sure.
I love all the movie. I love everything. I'm just such a fan.
Yeah.
Oh, the Wicked movie. I'm having a great time.
Yeah.
I just want to see stuff. I want to.
So good.
Oh, I want to see everything.
Yeah.
And listen to everything.
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 Well, what are you going to play for us? What musical are you going with?
So the musical that I decided to go with is The Outsiders, which won the Tony for Best New Musical this year. And I am like just the jerkiest jerk. I've not only seen it twice this year, I've seen it with the original cast twice, including the lead who, like, in Twitterverse, people are like, he's calling out too much. And I'm like, listen. First of all, I don't know what you're talking about. I've seen him twice.
Yeah.
But it's so it's based on the novel that was then the movie, The Outsiders.
So, okay, I was wondering if it was connected.
It is, yep. And so it's about these young men. And again, like, I think being the mother of two young boys and watching this, and you've raised two boys, and not to be hyper gendered, I think I've been surprised at all of it. But anything with like young men right now, for me, I'm just like bleeding. And this song, there's a lot of great songs, but, and then as a parent, I mean, being a parent is the best and hardest thing in my life experience. I mean, wonderful. And I'm looking
You've
at you
only
like,
just begun.
yeah, right? I mean, and so I listened to this song. So they, you know, they're orphaned, these brothers, and the oldest, Daryl, has taken on the role of provider. And so when this song happens, and this isn't spoiler, I mean, it's been in the zeitgeist for a long time.
Right? Daryl, yeah.
Yeah. And Soda Pop. And, you know, their brother is gone, and he's run away after this, you know, alleged murder. And the song is called Throwing in the Towel. And the vulnerability of the moments when you're just like, not only am I doing it badly, I can't do it. I can't.
I can't believe how long it took for them to make a musical out of this.
Well, listen, it probably took
a decade.
Who knows? I mean, you know, it's just been in the works. But
Yeah.
the cool part, and I'm remiss because I'm forgetting the name, but the bluegrass band behind it, I got to see them. I went to it the first time during Tony Week, and that's when all the Tony voters are in town. And so they pull out stops. So the composers were there the night, and they played some of their original music. And they are, as a band, and again, I'm so sorry, I'm blanking on the name, but
Let's not even play it then.
yeah, forget it. It's over. So the thing about this, I know we're only going to listen to part of it, but like you might just have to like scan through to the end, because oh my God, when the three of them just like start going.
I know, that's always the hard part about doing this. If we play too much of the song, then they flag us. So
maybe go to the end. Maybe go, yeah.
But we probably should start
at the beginning.
What if we
and then
start
go.
it and then we'll skip a bit?
That sounds good.
Can you play it like 4 times speed?
I can do it backwards.
Backwards would be perfect.
Then we won't get flagged, and I could just play the whole thing.
Yeah, but then you'll get like satanic messages.
Oh, that would be great. That'd be worth it.
Satan rules.
Anyway, it doesn't matter. You gotta listen to the whole thing. But man, it's extraordinary.
Well, I want to see it.
We'll
too.
go back. Yeah.
It's extraordinary.
Soda, I'm really a mess. Every night I worry myself to sleep while you're watching cartoons. There ain't nothing I can do for you. I know that Pony Boy's really got a damn good heart. Something about him that really could take him far, but I keep holding him down. I've run this family right into the ground. Maybe you'd be best without me. I don't know what else to say. I lost our brother and I lost my way. I think a fool could have done better. Maybe I've been afraid to say that I'm just not cut out for this. Just another failure on a growing list. And it's harder now than ever. It's more than I can take. There ain't no one to bail me out. There ain't no saving this now. I think I'm throwing in the towel. Back, there's a price to pay. What if they lock our brother away? There ain't no way of knowing. We've gotta get our brother home. This is the darkest hour of the darkest night. Looking up ahead, you can't see no light. But the time is now or never. There ain't no letting go.
Listen.
You're giving now.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just finish the fucker. It's,
Don't go throwing in the towel. I know your head is full of doubt, but brother, that's what love is all about. Don't go throwing in the towel.
wow. Something about musical theater, the emotion, like, I was like totally stirred from listening to that, you know? And I don't even know, I haven't even seen it.
Yes.
You know, it's just the emotion in that song.
Musical
Crazy.
theater is just, you know, Kevin and I talk so much about, you know, with TCR and when we think about programming, right? And like, and I'm so proud, like TCR is for the masses. TCR it's the largest theater in our state, and it is meant to serve our region and beyond. And I'm so proud of that. And like, we have to be so conscious of the journey we're taking people on as artists in the cast as well as the audiences. And then Kevin has this thing, Mirror Box, you know, and it's all these new plays and whatever. And we were having this discussion the other day, and again, I just want to consume everything. And I go to out there stuff, and I read out there stuff, and I'm all about all of it. But musical theater right now, and we're so fortunate, is just speaking to our hearts in a way that we can't take for granted because its relevance might not stay in this way. So like this moment, I think, is quite, and I know people have felt like this before, but it's like, you think about what classical music went through in its eras. Like, we're living an era.
Yeah, I don't know. I've been a fan of musicals for ages.
Yes.
And I know a lot of friends of mine that hate musicals.
Yeah. Which ones are they saying?
I almost feel like it would just take one good musical.
No kidding.
And especially not just like hearing it, but seeing it, that would change it. You know what I mean? And I just feel, I mean, it's one thing if you're just like, okay, I saw, you know, some old, you know.
Don't name one because.
Yeah, that's true. I can name
be
some.
Be careful.
Well, no, but it's like.
You can step on toes,
but it's true. And like you see, and I was just talking to our plumber the other day. Like, I spent a lot. Listen, guys, okay, let me tell you something about me. I am not a plumber, but I am confident. And that's not great. So I tore apart a toilet, and I got to a point of no return. And he comes and he's like, wow, like most people aren't brave enough to go this far. I was like, well, that's not my problem. But I don't know how to fix it. And so I was like, you have to come to Jersey Boys. You have to come to Jersey Boys. You're going to love it.
I think, did we already get Usher spots?
Yeah.
We like to do the Usher thing.
Good.
It's fun.
Thank you.
Can I ask how that conversation got to Jersey Boys while he's working on your toilet?
Oh, I mean, listen, I just like to sit and chat with anybody, you know. So we just became friends. Bill and I became friends, and we're sitting and.
He was a real hot plumber.
I told him what I
wasn't wearing a shirt.
And,
you know, the typical plumber.
No, like my whole family's around. He's showing my kid. You know, it's just hilarious. Everybody's a friend. Strangers are just friends.
Is he gonna come
yet? I hope so.
Okay.
I'm trying to get him tickets.
You're gonna have a reserved seat at every single show for the plumber.
For Guffman.
Well, I tell the staff, for Guffman.
Yeah.
Okay, when I started at TCR, I started saying things, and I'd be like, it's the day of the show, y'all. And they're like, what? And I was like, waiting for Guffman. And at that time, the majority of the staff had not
Didn't
seen
know who
it.
it was.
And I was like, okay, so we're
working.
Working, never stopping, never ceasing. And so we watched it. I was like, this is the next staff meeting. Like, we're going to watch it in the Grand. And then we did. And it's just like,
oh my gosh,
we've got to know.
It's the best.
I gotta say, like, all I can picture is different awkward situations that you start talking. Like, you're at the doctor and he just brings you bad news, and you're just like, you should see Jersey Boys.
come see Jersey Boys.
Oh my God, that's a response to things. I'm always like, the staff, everybody's like, we've got like codes. I was like, people just need to be able to see stuff. Like, and so anytime there's an interest, like, don't let cost be a barrier. Nothing.
I'm glad you said that, because the whole Usher thing is something people don't know about. And, you know, people say, I'd like to go to TCR, but, you know, I don't take my whole family. It costs me, you know, quite a bit of money.
Yeah.
Well, we just sign up for Usher spots. And they're like, I don't want to have to do all that. I'm like, no, we stand there. We take their ticket, we sit them down, and when the thing starts, we get to sit and enjoy it too. And it's just you're helping serve the theater, and at the same time, you get to see a good show. So
well, now all the usher spots are going to fill up. We're never going to get to.
I'm just saying that's another way. I mean, of course, buy the tickets.
Or call us and let us know, because that's also kind of the directive that I'm happy to share. I mean, when we talk to people, it's like we want people to be able to come. So call, and if you're like, hey, I'd like to bring my family, but I can't swing. I can't swing it. Then we'll be like, great. And
do you have any like rare pelts? Any furs, precious furs, polished rocks?
Where is your firstborn?
Yes.
And may we have your firstborn? Yeah. No, I mean, it's like I don't want to be cavalier about it, but for instance, like our education programs are now pay what you can.
Yeah.
And it's not that tickets are going to become that. That's not it. But getting people in the doors and making sure that we're seeing the barriers where they are has to be the priority. Because
of course.
We're the regional theater of the area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing is also you're paying for like top-notch theater.
It's so true.
I've seen other theaters and they're fun, they're great, but you come to TCR, you're getting the shit. You know what I mean? Like it's top-notch.
Well, when I interviewed here, I was like, this is running circles around the theater that's being created in New Orleans. And this is running circles around, and it's just like these delineations about professional, amateur, all these different things don't have a lot of meaning. Like, unfortunately, it comes down to money. How funded you are informs what you're producing. Yeah. And there's been a lot of hard work over 100 years. Like, this theater's 100 years old. That's will be 100 in August. A lot of hard work goes into building a reputation that then you can show up on stage and show it. And then the talent in this region is it's really strong.
It is.
Yeah.
This has been so much fun.
So much fun.
Thank you guys so much for having me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so glad. I feel like our first 4 episodes and more of this year with the video and everything we're doing, we're up now on YouTube. So if you're listening to this on Spotify or another streaming platform, you can go to YouTube, the Groove Live podcast, and you can watch this too. And it's fun because we're actually really attractive people.
Yeah.
And we'll be waving through the window. At you. But see what I did there?
You got it.
He
but
did.
Seriously, like it, subscribe, and support it. Because, this is, what was I just talking about? I lost my track.
We all get, but I'm so glad I got the black nail polish memo. Look at us.
Is yours black, Micah?
Okay, it's chipping really bad. Mine's actually a really dark red.
It is?
It's like a burgundy, but you have to get really close to really be able to tell. But we can say it's black for
I don't
the
know. I
purpose
just felt like some additional
And you have tattoos from our last guest.
Yeah, Lindsay Shriver.
Yep.
She's so great. And she's just wonderful.
Yeah, and I know what I was saying. I was saying our next guest coming up.
Oh,
They're all
got a
big
good
heavy
lineup
hitters.
coming. Yep.
Great. I can't even tell you right now. But you're going to love it. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Keep listening.
Yep.
And watching.
And subscribing and reviews and stars and everything.
It's
and
so
go to
good.
TCR. See Jersey Boys.
See Jersey Boys. It opens February 7th.
Love
and then
it.
see Fun Home and Amadeus. And there's just so much good stuff.
Amadeus,
just go to our
Amadeus.
Go to our website.
Love it.
I keep singing that to everyone's horror.
Really?
Ever since we've opened it, and no, it's the day of the show, y'all. Moment. No one responds. They're just like, oh, Katie.
I love it. All right. Well, we'll see you guys next time.
Yeah.
I can actually say we'll see you.
Yeah.
Because we're actually going to see you.
You'll see us next time.
Well, you'll see us next time.
Welcome